Good morning, everyone. Lisa Freed here, and welcome to Before My Morning Coffee, episode 9. Today, I really had to lean into the advice that I have been reading in books. So I actually had to apply advice and knowledge attained from books. Weird, right? Like the whole thought that you might actually have to apply information for it to be powerful is shocking to me. For those of you that don't know, that was actually sarcasm. And still very important information. I have been committed to working out 100 days. So I'm doing a workout program. It's called Morning Meltdown 100. If you want more information on it, check out Beachbody On Demand. And so I committed to these 100 days because 2020, it's all about community and connection for me. And I found a lot of times I've been heavier than what I've been in a really long time. Last year was kind of the line in the sand. I realized I was like, holy cow, I'm heavier than I was when I was pregnant with my daughter. Now something's got to give. So I made some changes last year. And this year I wanted to commit to further changes, to actually feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. And considering I spent my 20s fairly dang fit, it's a bit of it's a goal for sure as I am running out the last few months of my 30s and heading into my 40s, which I'm super excited about. And so I committed to doing these workouts. And I don't know if you've ever been there. Perhaps you were always somebody that worked out and you stayed consistent with it your whole life. And if this is you, congratulations. But if you've ever been there where you start working out and it usually takes a day or two before you're sore. Typically for me, the second day after a workout it's the one that's the most fun. And if I look at it right at this moment, I'm on day 3, which means that the soreness from day 1 has arrived. So here I am, definitely feeling it this morning. And I've learned, I've really been making sure that the books that I'm reading are ones that are feeding me and feeding the person that I want to become. And a lot of what they talk about is taking consistent, visible steps over and over and over and over again. And they don't have to be big leaps all of the time. They are small, consistent steps that when done on the daily, results happen over time. And when skipped, you will notice that things do go out of whack, even though the results of either doing them or skipping them aren't necessarily apparent right in the instant. So I went to bed last night and I told myself exactly who I am and the type of person that I am. Not that I want to be, that I am fully embracing and embodying. And I spent time talking to God about this and to say, hey, God, who do you want me to show up as? And in those conversations, God revealed some answers to me. So last night before going to bed, I anchored into those thoughts. And this morning when my alarm went off and it hurt my body to even reach over and attempt to hit snooze, I remembered who I said I was, who God says I am, and decided that this workout was absolutely happening. This podcast recording was happening. My morning routine was happening, and it was not to be put off until later in the day where life could get in the way. So this morning, I just invite you, before you have your morning coffee, or perhaps while you drink it, or maybe while you're on your way to work, or wherever it is that you are, as this happens to find you, remember who you are and whose you are. decide who you're going to be the night before. Show up that way in the morning. Sometimes we need a little reminder. Sometimes we need to write it down. Sometimes we have to say it out loud. Sometimes we have to ask a friend to mirror it back to us. But I just invite you to remember who you are and whose you are and what you are capable. And you are capable of all things that you dream of. It starts with one step, repeated consistently over time. And the results you will see happen will amaze you. I wish you a day as beautiful as you. So much love. And I will be back again tomorrow. Bye for now, everyone.